Alrighty. We are back after a week of not having a stream because of the 3 p.m. blackout. We now have this screen to go into. Hello. It's been a week. I'm not very in with it as well. I'm probably gonna have multiple occasions in this stream when my voice gives out because I'm quite ill. I've got a bit of the man flu, let's say. Yeah, big game today in terms of the stakes. Not a very big game in terms of the opposition, let's say that. I think the lineups are quite interesting for both sides because certain players that are absent from those two teams, which I'll obviously talk about in a little bit here. But yeah, this should be a game that regardless of circumstance, we should be absolutely battering this team, let's be honest. I think it's a real good chance for Liam Rosenior in his fourth kind of different game that he's had to play, fourth different cup game, or fourth different competition rather, to really put a stamp on things and kind of show that he can manage a team in these big competitions. Because we've been a little bit shaky at the start of his tenure. Excuse me. So yeah, let's do the thing. What's the thing? Let's do the thing. The thing is this. This is the thing. This is our game today.
Ladies and gentlemen, match day.
That doubled. I don't know why it doubled, but it doubled. Boom. Sorry, I'm so ill. I'm actually like so ill. I probably shouldn't be streaming if I'm being honest. I'm probably gonna get like strep throat or something. The most Maresca lineup I've ever seen. Yeah, maybe. We'll go through the lineups in a second here. Is there anything else that I needed to do? Before I do that, I'm not sure. I think we're okay. Okay. First up, let's look at the. Usually, I would look at the opposition lineup first. I can't actually do that because they haven't put out a match graphic on Twitter or anything. Obviously, they're a very small team. They don't have like. I don't think they have like a really advanced social media team or anything. So I will just list off what they have. There is some. They're obviously again they're a Cypriot team. They're second in their division. So there are some kind of notable names in the lineup, I will say. Most of them are just kind of, Cypriot players or other kind of decent European players. They have Jay Gorter in goal. They're playing a 3-4-3 for the record, or a 5-3-2, or 5-2-3 as it'll probably end up being, but some variant of the three at the back. They've got Jay Gorter in goal. They have Ken Semmer, Derek Lucassen, and Kostas Pilias, who's one of those Cypriots, as the back three. On the right side, they have Bruno Felipe. He's one of the people that you may have heard of. The two central midfielders are Pedro Rodriguez and Ivan Šunjic. And then on the left-hand side, they have Jaja. The main one in the lineup that you guys will have heard of, and who I think is genuinely their big danger man today, is Mislav Orsic, obviously ex-Dinamo player. That Dinamo Zagreb, that being obviously the Croat, very well known for his exploits on the EAFC and the FIFA, let's say. I think that's the main reason why he's known, because of some of the cards they gave him being absolutely bonkers. On the opposite side to him in the three is Vlad Dragomir, and then up top they have Anderson. The only other notable name to mention is on the bench, and I actually haven't got the bench up, so I need to get the bench up. On the bench they have ex-Chelsea centre-back and multiple-time cup winner David Luiz, who is also on there. I'm trying to see if there's anyone else on there that they've got Bruno Langa as well on the bench. They've got Domingos Quina, some other names that you'd probably know. But yeah, David Luiz, of course, ex-Chelsea. We call him the Geezer. He is coming back from an injury, so he can't make the starting 11, but he is on the bench. I would be very, very shocked if they don't bring him in. Also, I've put this as a 4-3-3. It's not a 3-4-3. It's not a 4. It's a, what am I doing? It's a 3-4-2-1. There we go. I don't know what I've done there. As for the Chelsea lineup, this is a little bit more kind of easier to read and easier to show. Very, very heavily rotated. Very, very heavily rotated. There are obviously some starters in there. James and Caicedo as the pivot. They're the two kind of senior names in the lineup. They have Enzo up top in the 10, which is kind of good. Apart from that, everything is rotated. We have Jorgensen in goal instead of Sanchez. We've got Gusto on the right side, Harto in the left side, Fofana, Badiashile as the partnership in the middle, which I don't actually hate that much. I think that this is pretty decent considering some of the other players we could have been playing here in rotational games. The front line is a bit kind of frustrating to me because it's the same thing we've kind of been seeing with Neto and Garnacho as our wingers. I think Nacho probably will have a very, very good game. He usually does against kind of cup sides and in those rotational games, but it's just frustrating to see him and Neto as a partnership again. Really don't understand why Esteval can't play this game, let's be honest. Liam Delap is the striker, of course. And the bench is really interesting too, because obviously we do have some interesting names here. Obviously, Reggie Walsh, one of our youth players, is on there, as is Landon Eminalo. I don't think that he will get off the bench, let's be honest, because, we've got Walsh and Santos on there, who will probably be a bit more seniority over him if a youth player is to come on. We also have George on the bench. Again, he rarely gets appearances nowadays. Gittins on the bench, Joao Pedro, Guiu as our striking option. The interesting thing here is there are 2 players missing from the whole squad that I think are kind of a bit worrying. One is Cole Palmer, who obviously he's been having those injury problems with his groin. We saw him after Brentford being a bit, a bit kind of tentative on that injury. The other one is Dario Asugo, who was on the bench for the last couple of games and we thought might be playing in this one as his kind of, introduced back into the team, but he's completely missing from the lineup now. So I think he's re-aggravated his injury, maybe, or maybe he's just not up to speed enough in comparison to some of these youth players. But yeah, pretty strong lineup from us in terms of the in comparison to the opposition, and we should absolutely be battering these guys. Let's be honest, and if we don't, it's a bit embarrassing. Let's go into this. Wabam. We can go through the bingo card. Nothing too changed here from the last couple of games. We have Cobb and Grab involvement, Rossini ball in full flow, the camera operator, we have a British goal scorer, we've got Cypriot goals plus assist, because they do have a lot of them, so maybe if they get one, that would be a ting off. We get a fullback goals plus assist, 3 points, goalkeeper at halfway line. This might be the time that we see this actually happen, because they are such a weaker side in comparison to us. We might see Jurgensen on the halfway line. We'll have to wait and see. We have an Orsic FIFA goal. We have a clean sheet, Andre App, forgetting the timer, free space, set piece goal, over 3 yellows. We have Giza. This is if David Luiz gets off the bench. The correct prediction, which I'm going for 4-1 today. I just don't have any faith in our backline to not concede. I really don't have faith that we'll shut them out. We have Enzo box crash. We have James as my player of the match. So that's who I'm going to be choosing. We have the comms curse. We have me changing my mind about a decision. A worldie, a red card, me being pissed at the wingers, and then the referee screw Chelsea. Excellent. Now we can actually get into the game because it should be kicking off soon. Yeah, the players are walking out of the tunnel. I brought a Caicedo home kit, but I think my aunt is keeping it from me. I have Caicedo on the back of the 3rd kit, I believe. I got him on the black kit. It's the first Champions League start for Liam Delap, by the way, so, maybe he gets a goal on his debut. Starting debut, not actual debut, because he did get a goal on his game in the game against Barca. The referee is Eric Lambrecht from Belgium. And the VAR are a mixture of Spanish and Netherlands officials. This is obviously a home game at the Bridge as well, so we really should just be absolutely battering this, guys. I'd like for us to get a really, really good start, a really good first half, and then we can bring on some youth players towards the end. I think that would be quite nice. Hopefully we can do that. Okay, the captains are coming up to the halfway line to do the coin toss and stuff. The captain for them is actually Dragomir, who's one of their forwards, which is a bit interesting. Leading the line by example, I guess. Here comes the coin toss. And we've lost it. And they've chosen... Those bastards have chosen the Okay, never mind. I thought that they chose the side that we were already on just to be annoying. They might have done that. They have done that, I think. Have they? No. No, they haven't. Oh yeah, Sema is obviously ex-Watford, who's playing in the right centre-back role today for them. Cool. There's the geezer on the bench. There's going to be a lot of shots of David Luiz on the bench, I think, today. It will be Chelsea kicking off eventually. We're going from left to right. That'll be Enzo taking the kickoff. Boom. There's been a lot of upsets in the last games, like yesterday, that kind of went off. Obviously, City getting beaten. Tottenham got a win as well, which I think is a pretty big upset against Dortmund. So yeah, we could slip up here, but hopefully not. We've got to win both of our games to we've got to win both of our games to be in a chance of kind of getting automatic qualification. But yeah, also we've kind of been given a bit of a path through with Napoli dropping points yesterday. So here is Sema. He's going to pass it back to the goalkeeper. They are committed to passing it out from the back here, and they've given it away immediately to Malagusto. Hato's going to knock it forward. It'll be interesting to see if Hato plays in that kind of advanced position that we saw him in his first game. Long ball from the goalkeeper is cut out by Wes Fofana, and now I think we're going to settle into a pattern of Chelsea having a lot of possession here. We have gone into a back three with Yoral Hato playing as the third centre-back here. Immediately. So it's actually Garnacho playing as the kind of wing-back on the left-hand side. And Benoit Badiashile is the central centre-back. Here's Reece James. Out wide to Malagusto, who we know can play as that wing-back role. Here's Benoit Badiashile. Hato to Garnacho. So yeah, it's the lap up top. We've got Enzo and Neto kind of playing as the two forwards off him. We're kind of playing similar formations here, honestly. Almost like a 3-4-2-1. It's Badiashile once again. They're not particularly sitting back against us, I will say. They've got their they've got their two banks of defensive line, but they are actually pushing quite hard up the pitch here, so we could probably undo them with a long ball over the top if someone wants to make a run. It's Caicedo. There is one of those balls over the top to Garnacho, who's in behind, and it's a very good defensive intervention by Bruno Felipe, I believe that was. Here's Reece James. Pedro Neto wide on the right-hand side. Here's James. Badiashile across to Garnacho. Back to Hato. Here's Caicedo. Now Badiashile. He's going to try and play a long ball into the box for Enzo, but it's cut out. Here's Orsic. He's dispossessed by Garnacho, who's then fouled by Sema. Is your aunt a Rice fan? I think everyone's a Rice fan. I love a bit of rice. In a curry, in a stew. Love a bit of rice. I'm probably going to have some rice in my paella today, I can't lie. Having a late dinner today. I won't be scranning in the middle of the game, which is a change. We've got a corner here from that attack. It's going to be Reece James to take it with or rather a free kick rather. It's going to be Reece James or Pedro Neto to take it. I think it'll probably be James from this angle. Front post is likely the target here. It is Reece James. It is into the front post, but it's horrifically tame, that free kick, and Gusto has to sweep it up. And wow, Pedro Neto. I'm ticking it off already, man. I'm ticking it off already. I'm getting pissed at the wingers. It's the most simplest ball to control. He's just let it go straight under his feet and off the pitch. What an absolute useless player he is. Cheeky bit of Pilau. I love a bit of Pilau rice. Again, Pafos trying to play it out from the back here. High press from Chelsea is forcing them to be absolutely perfect with every pass, and to their credit, they have been. They've played it out beautifully so far. Here's Sema. Long ball over the top. It's Bruno Felipe who was trying to get on the end of it, but good defending from a combination of Hato and vidIQ, and now it's Chelsea's time to play out from the back under the pressure, but this time we've messed it up because Wes Fofana can't take a touch. And this is what we don't want. We don't want to give them confidence, because they will grow into the game as long as it kind of stays the way that has been. Here's Rodriguez. Luxon will get it away, but the ball's going to come back and fall at the feet of Benoit vidIQ. Here's Reece James, who is captaining the side today, as ever. Caicedo up to Enzo. First chance for him to get on the ball. He's been playing quite high so far today, so will be interesting to see if he drops a bit deeper, as we're going to get frustrated here. Oh, Malo Gusto's been crunched in the middle there by Dragomir, I believe it was. Bit of a painful one for Malo. Let's see. It's over the top of the ball. It's a nasty stamp, to be fair. He's not really trying to tackle him or anything though, so it's not going to be anything. But bit of a nasty one. Yeah, it feels like one of those games where so far that we probably will be a bit stupid. We haven't got obviously those senior players at the back, so, and of course we rotate our back four so much that these guys have, like, half of these guys haven't played together, so. Switching ball to the left hand side for Reece James, and it's wow, James is off it today, I tell you. That's like the second time he's played a very, very straight pass. Will be a throw. It's going to go back to Sema. It's Jota. And again, Pafos very committed to playing out from the back. High press from Chelsea. Can they get it away? They have given it away to Moises Caicedo. Here's Gusto to Neto, to Liam Delap. Back to Neto. Can he take a strike? He can. Excuse me. Blocked on the line, and then Hato's giving it away to Bruno Felipe, who's going to surge down the right-hand side. But then very good recovery tackle from Yoel Hato, who stops him from progressing. They took the throw in quickly, though. Well, they're still battling away. Bruno Felipe has done super well to keep a hold of the ball here. He's done really, really well. He gets it away, but Moises Caicedo will tackle the player that he passed it back to, and it will come back at us, though. Here's Rodriguez. Sema. It's Lucassen. Ball's going to be switched to Jaja. And the referee stopped the game for something. I think someone might be down injured here. Yeah, it is Bruno Felipe who's down. Well, I think we kind of saw from after the Brentford game that Palmer was far from 100% fit. I think he's got this really awkward dilemma where he basically he really needs to take a surgery with what this groin problem is. But if he does, then he probably will be out of the World Cup. So he's just stuck in this kind of awful position. It's like he has to just kind of hope that it gets better without surgery. But you never know. Long ball from the back from Pafos will go all the way over and back to Philip Jurgensen. Here's Ural Hato. Reece James across to Pedro Neto, who's wide right. So far, by the way, the commentary has just been complaining about our formation. Like, there's literally there's been absolutely no analysis from the commentary team. It's just been them complaining that we've got Malo Gusto in the midfield for some reason. Here's Pedro Neto. Cuts inside on from the right-hand side. Gets inside again. He's going to take a strike, and it's a good effort, but well over the top. That's better from him. Yeah, I like Glenn. We've got Glenn Hoddle and Joe Cole as two of the co-commentators here. I love them both, but honestly, shut up about Gusto. It's been 10 minutes. Like it's been 10 minutes. Like stop talking about it. It's doing my head in. Long ball from Luckerson. It goes straight off the pitch. And Newcastle have scored against PSV. It's Johan Wisser. Here's Reece James. Moises Caicedo. Enzo. Back to Caicedo. It's vidIQ. Out wide to Wesley Fofana. Now to Pedro Neto. Gave him a little bit of a hospital pass there, Wes, but he's dealt with it really, really well with a little Ronaldo chop to get it back to him. Here's Garnacho on the other side. vidIQ to Reece James. Can he see a pass forward? No involvement so far for Liam Delap, who's been unable to get a touch so far. Pafos fans in Stamford Bridge starting to find their voice. Here's Harto. Out wide left to Garnacho. He gets it to Enzo. And instead of going, oh man, that should have been a 1-2, but he's played it back. Here's Reece James. Can he play it forward? Yep. Delap gets a touch. Back to Reece James. Out wide now to Pedro Neto. He's got space to run into if he wants to take it, but he goes into Gusto instead. This is going to be one of those games, I can feel it. It's just really, really, really boring, really, really frustrating. Here's Reece James in the 10. Excuse me. Great. So earlier when I said, oh, that should have been a 1-2 between Nacho and Enzo, and they didn't, and Enzo passed it backwards. They've just done the exact same thing, but Enzo passed it forward this time, and Garnacho didn't bother making the run. Oh dear. Will be a throw in for Pafos. vidIQ deals well with Anderson, and Wes will get it back to Jurgensen. Reece James to Moises Caicedo. James with a long ball over the top for Pedro Neto. Well, it's actually Malo Gusto who's made the run on the right-hand side. Great touch from him as well to bring it down. He plays it to Pedro Neto, who gets it across to James. Here's Hato. Benoit Badiashile. Chelsea well over the halfway line now and trying to put on the pressure. Here's Enzo. Gives it to Hato a little bit higher up. Reece James in the 10 here. Gets it out wide right for Pedro Neto. Or rather, Malo Gusto again. Man, they keep interchanging. Oh, and Gusto's been doubled up on and he's lost the ball here. But he's done really well to recover and get the ball back. And it will be a Chelsea throw. And we've taken it quickly whilst the players are out of position. Moises Caicedo will try and get it across to Garnacho here. Chance for him to run at someone, but he takes the pass back to Hato instead. Here's Reece James. Wes, who's really high up the pitch. He's going to try and make an overlapping run here, Wes Fofana. It's back to Reece James in a crossing position. Sweeps it to the back post, but it's a little bit too high for any of the players in blue to get on the end of. It was that box crashing run from Enzo. Just a little bit too high for him. Long ball from the keeper. It's going to fall straight to Alejandro Garnacho. Here's Enzo. Gets past one. Brilliant, Enzo. Runs into the box. Little spin. Gets past another. Plays it to the edge of the box for Reece James. Oh! I thought that was going to be an absolute belter, that. Okay, Chelsea's starting to turn the screw a little bit here. Brilliant from Enzo. Oh, it doesn't curl enough. It was so close. He'd beaten the keeper. Tackle from Moises Caicedo is adjudged to be a foul. And they're going to take the free kick quickly. Here's Orsic. A wide right for Bruno Felipe. He's going to try and play it in for Anderson, but Badiashile read it very, very well. Here's Reece James in the middle. Surrounded by players, but he's going to get away. Enzo now. Switches the ball to Malo Gusto. Good work. It's Neto to Caicedo. Brilliant spearing pass out to Alejandro Garnacho on the left-hand side from Moy there. And he gets past Bruno Felipe, runs into the box. Little Trivela across the box and no one can get on the end of it, but it's going to fall for Malo Gusto on the other side. Here's Pedro Neto. He whips it into the back post for Enzo! Oh. Oh, they've no way they flagged it. What the referee blow the whistle for? Oh, he pushes the player in the back. I think that's what they've given it for, but that's so soft if that's disallowed. If that's a foul and that's viable to give, bro, they've game's gone. Game's fucking gone. If that's a foul to disallow a goal, that's fucking, especially when the player is about fucking 2 feet taller than Enzo. Joker. I'm taking the Enzo box crash anyway. Fuck it. Here's Reece James. Malo Gusto. Here's Enzo. To Reece James. Wide right for Pedro Neto. Chance for him to run at his man. He's going to cut inside. Here's James again. Malo Gusto. Gets it to Reece James. He's got some space here to swing the ball in, but the touch wasn't perfect, and it's kind of given away the opportunity. Here's Malo Gusto once again. Rather, Pedro Neto. Bro, I can't keep a track of these two. They're They just keep switching around. I have no idea who's in which position. Is Wes out to Neto. 2v1. Can he beat one of them? He tries to get past Ken Sema, but unable to. Will be a throw-in for Chelsea, taken by Malagusto. Here's Wes Fofana. Ural Hato on the other side. Enzo. Alejandro Garnacho gets past one brilliantly. Tries to get it into Enzo, but his pass is a little bit late and will be a Chelsea throw after the ball was smacked off a Pafos player. I'm going to restart with Reece James once again, who's been instrumental to everything so far. He's the real player at the base. Ball into Delap. He's unable to make it stick. Orsic will play it back to his goalkeeper, who's going to launch it long for the Croat once again, but it's just going to fall straight for Ural Hato. Here's Caicedo. Into Enzo. Lovely ball around the corner for Liam Delap, but Enzo was fouled. And the referee gives a free kick. And in a pretty dangerous position here. A good in-swinger from Reece James could be in order. They've just shown a bit of Liam Rosenior on the sideline saying, "That's not a fucking foul, ref." Oh, we've taken the free kick short. Here's Malagusto, and we're gonna go backwards. Oh my god, Moises Caicedo. Chance for him to put the ball in the box here if he wants to, and he does. Swing it in, but it's cleared immediately. Reece James out wide to Garnacho. He's got Bruno Felipe as his kind of company. It's all over him, and the referee said nothing. He's just given a little word to Felipe, though. Here's Wesley Fofana. Wide right for Malo Gusto. Pedro Neto inside. Caicedo. Out wide right to Malo Gusto once again. Chance for him to whip the ball in, and does. To the back post. It's Enzo again. Oh. It's going to fall for to Ural Hato. It's Garnacho. He gets it through to Neto. Great pass. Into Hato. Handball! I think proximity will stop him from... I think the proximity will save him there. The VAR will be checking that. I think it was Ken Sema who's adjudged to possibly have handballed that. Switch ball from Enzo Fernandez all the way over to the right-hand side for Pedro Neto. What a first touch that is on the line. Puts it into the box to the back post, and it's going to be cleared. Reece James will head it back for Hato, who brilliantly kind of lofts it away, but it's going to come back at us. Intercepted by Moises Caicedo once again. They can't get out, Pafos. When they're clearing the ball like that, we keep coming back at them. They're going to be knackered after all this pressure. Oh, Garnacho's just accidentally nutmegged the player and then been thrown to the floor, and the referee said nothing. But Moises Caicedo goes in for another tackle, and oh, they're going to try and play it out from the back again, Pafos. They're taking risks. I will give them credit. They're trying. But again, long ball eventually, and it just falls straight for us. It's Pedro Neto who can't keep it on. I can't believe that. He's just accidentally nutmegged the player. He took such a bad first touch. That other handball was a head to arm, so nothing doing there. It's Jota. It's Lucassen. To Pilias. He gets it through the middle. To Jar Jar. Long ball over the top will be dealt with by Malagusto here. And he's played a little bit of a... Oh, you know what? Jurgensen, hats off. That was really, really calm. Under pressure, and he's just chested it down. A little bit of flair there from the Dane. Sky Go coverage has just turned to absolute shit. Okay, now it's back. Here's Benoit Badiashile. Reece James to Fofana. Here's Pedro Neto. Into Wes once more. Into Reece once more. Badiashile, who's almost in their final third. Here's Pedro Neto. Chance for him to get a 1v1 here and goes around the outside. Puts the ball across the back post and it can't be headed in by Enzo Fernandez, who was making that run again. That's good work from Neto. Finally gets a 1v1. He just bursts past his player, but his cross on the right foot was not perfect. Something's going on whilst they're showing replays, so we get our camera operator has a mare. Here's Wes Fofana as they cleared. Wide right to Pedro Neto. He's going to take it all the way around the outside here and try and get past one, but it's deflected off the Pafos defender for a throw-in. Here's Yoel Hato. Reece James. Out wide right to Neto. Back to James. Wide right for Pedro Neto again with some space to run into. Instead he goes back to James. Caicedo. Fofana. Badiashile. Hato. Wide right, all the way to Pedro Neto. Chance, again, 1v1 now. Chance for him to run in behind if he wants to. He's going to whip it into the box to the back post. And it's a ball aimed for Garnacho, who was running in. And it's been cleared in the end. It's Lucassen who gets on the end of that. But yeah, a corner to Chelsea. Reece James over it. He wanted to take it short, but it was delayed. But he's going to go into the box now. It's almost knocked in by Wes Fofana, who was the closest to it, but Anderson's the one who gets it away. Will be another corner. Same place. And the referee is going to stop play for some argy-bargy in the box as ever. Whipped in by Reece James to the front post again, and it's aimed at Badiashile, and the goalkeeper's punched away. Now there's a chance for them to break, but good intervention from Malagusto will stop them from getting forward. Here's Enzo Fernandez. Caicedo. Back to Fernandez. Whips it in, and it gets a corner. Oh, and the referee is given... This referee's a nutcase. Player's gone down for absolutely nothing. The referee hasn't even seen it happen, and he's just seen the player on the floor and given a foul for nothing. It's just tiny, tiny push, man. Fucking useless, man. Ugh. It's Bilias to Rodriguez. He's going to switch the ball. Out to Lucassen. He's tackled by Garnacho, but lucky Ricochet gives them a throw. Garnacho's limping here. I think he had a little bit of a late one on him in that earlier altercation. It's Bilias, who's a loose touch, has given it to Pedro Neto in their own box. Here's Malagusto. So we really need this first goal, man. Here's Badiashile. Reece James. Fofana. Reece James is, oh my goodness, switched off a little bit there. He's lucky to get the ball. Miroslav Orsic, who was on it. And Malagusto's giving it away. Here's Ken Sema. Under pressure from Neto, he's played it to Rodriguez. Back to Sema. Good play, honestly. Really, really good play. And Pepe will smash it long. Bruno Felipe to Lucassen. Here's Vladimir. Bro. Dragomir. Here's Jar Jar on the left-hand side. First chance for them to really get into the box. And they're going to take a strike. And it's deflected. And oh my goodness gracious me. Malagusto will get it away. But first chance they've had a shot on goal. And it's almost gone in. There's a foul on Malagusto. They're claiming a handball here off of Reece James. But I don't think there's anything... Nah. His arm's right in natural position. If they give that as a penalty, then I'm literally crashing out and not watching the rest of the game. That's never a penalty. And they haven't given it. Is Malagusto. Reece James. Caicedo. Back to Reece. Gusto around the corner to Delap, who's thrown off the ball. There's 2 fouls in there. The referee's pulled it back for the initial one on Malagusto. The referee's just gotten in the fucking way of our free kick now. For fuck's sake, this guy's an absolute clown. And Orsic is going to get booked for kicking the ball away. He didn't even score from the shot he took, dickhead. Will be a drop ball. The referee's just remembered the rules and has remembered he has to do a drop ball and not a fucking free kick for getting in the way. This ref doesn't even know their own bloody rules of football. Jesus. It's Gusto. Reece James. Hato. Benoit Badiashile. Malagusto wide right. To Wes Fofana. Here's Neto. Malagusto, who's going to try and get the ball in here. And he does get the ball in. And it's going to... Oh my goodness. It's dealt with, let's say, by Dragomir. But it almost ricochets straight into the path of a player at the back post. It will be a corner. It will be Reece James to take the corner. Ball swung in to the centre of the box, and it's going to be cleared away by Lucassen. It'll be another corner. Whipped in again by Reece James. This time it's going to fall for the goalkeeper. Knocked back in by Harto. Knocked towards goal by Liam Delap. And it's Moises Caicedo. And it's a brilliant save. And here's Harto. Taken away from him by Garnacho. Swung back in. And it's Benoit Badiashile. And the ball's gone whiskers past the outside of the back post there. I thought we were going to see another Mo banger. Oh, it's a good save. Really good save. Oh, you got to say, Benoit's got to do a little bit better there. Philip Jurgensen calm under pressure again. He gets it to Harto. Here's Caicedo. Ball's going to go out to Harto again. Felipe is tackled by Enzo. Chance for Chelsea to break. Ball's got to go forward though, lad. It does now. Here's Gusto to Fofana. Reece James. Caicedo, he's getting a bit more involved now. Plays it into Delap. He takes a strike and it's deflected behind for a corner. I think Gordon's just scored another one in the Newcastle game. It'll be Pedro Neto to take this corner on the opposite side. First time we've had one from this side. Swung into the front post for Wes Fofana. It's going to break. And Orsic will see it behind for a Chelsea throw-in. It's going to be taken quickly, and it's going to be Reece James on the ball. Caicedo to Garnacho. Into Enzo. In behind for Garnacho, who's being chased all the way by Bruno Felipe and tracked very, very well. Gorta with the long ball. Goes straight off the pitch and it will be Chelsea recycling the ball. Here's Harto. Excuse me. Reece James into Delap. Holds up the ball well. Is Caicedo. Garnacho. Cuts inside. Gets it to Enzo. It's tackled pretty poorly by Lucassen there on the edge of the box. And it will be a free kick to Chelsea in a pretty promising position here. Yeah, just a late one. It's Pedro Neto, Reece James and Enzo all over this free kick. It's a little bit too wide left for it to be a shot on goal, I would say. But we've seen stranger things. I think it will be Reece James to take this as Enzo has now stood away. And he does take it, Reece James, and it goes straight into the wall. Man, James has been so off it. I've jinxed him by putting him as my player of the match prediction, man. He's just been so off it. Here's Neto. Or Enzo, rather. He's been hounded by players. And Dragomir's going to try and get it away. Enzo's won the ball in the corner. Good battling away. But they're going to play their way out here with Lucassen. Long ball forward is not going to reach Anderson, and Fofana can sweep that up. Apparently a bit of an injury situation for Philip Jurgensen. He hasn't had much to do, but you know. Fofana to Neto. Caicedo into Enzo, into Delap. Tries to play the 1-2, but he's going to be tackled by Lucassen, who in turn is tackled by Caicedo, but the ball's going to come back to Bruno Felipe, who's going to try and get it inside. Does get it to Orsic, who was forced to go back. It's Bilias to Kensema. His ball into the middle is a terrible one to Moises Caicedo, and Liam Delap can hold it up. Here's Reece James. Left by Fernandez to Neto, who's going to drive into the box and dink it to the back post, and no one made the run, man. Ball's a bit in between Nacho and Delap there, but it's a good area, into a good area. Someone should be there. Oh, these wingers are frustrating me, man. Long ball into Anderson. Bruno gives it away to Delap. He gets it to Fernandez. Chance for him to take a strike, and he does. He's going to get another bite of the cherry here. He's dragged to the floor by Bruno, but he's going to fall for Moises Caicedo, who takes a smashing strike, and the goalkeeper makes a great save again from him. His Harto. Can we get a goal before half-time? There's about 5 minutes to go. Ball wide right to Malagusto. Inside for Caicedo, who's been really, really good here. Good ball in for Malagusto across the box. Falls for Garnacho, and it's a terrible touch. I don't even know what the hell happened there. But Chelsea are going to get the ball back again here. Really turning the screw at the end of the half. Dinked in behind for Moises Caicedo. He's going to whip the ball into the back post. It's cleared. Anderson, tackled by James. Tackled again by Badiashile. The ball can't break again, and it's Pedro Neto on the ball once more. Surging down the right-hand side. He's going to be tracked all the way by the number 11, and he's dealt with very, very easily. It's Bilias. Back to Jota, who's going to sweep it across the box to Lucassen. Oh, Delap almost getting the better of his centre-back man there. And Caicedo's come across and just made an absolute meal of whatever he was trying to do there. Oh, it's a brilliant strike. It's just a bit too central, and the goalkeeper makes an easy save. I said this under Maresca, I say it under Rosinha too. It's not. I don't think it's a managerial thing when it comes to our players. They're just not good enough. Simply put, our wingers aren't good enough at being able to create things, and our strikers are not world class. So it's just like it's part of the reason why so many of our goals are from set pieces. Is because it's the only way we can score. Like genuinely, the only winger we have that can actually make things happen is Esteval, and he's not even playing. So yeah, I don't think it matters which manager we have in. We could have bloody, I don't know, Sam Allardyce and we'd still be doing the same thing. We could have Pep and we'd still be doing the same thing. Bruno Felipe tackled brilliantly by Garnacho, and he wins the ball. Got a minute left in the half, plus whatever's added on. Can we go forward here with Wes Fofana? It's Enzo. Garnacho, can he take on his man? Honestly, I really want to see Jamie Gittins. I would love to see Gittins on. Garnacho gets past his man, and then he's tackled by Bruno Felipe. And it will be a Chelsea corner towards the end of the half. Chelsea taking their time over taking this corner, man. Like, no urgency in the team to try and get a goal here. Floated into the front post. It's going to be cleared by a Chelsea. Oh, apparently not. Hits off a Benoit Badiashile last, apparently. It's going to be 2 minutes of additional time as they are awarded a corner. Long ball from Gorta. Straight off the pitch. It's Benoit Badiashile. Jurgensen to Benoit once again. So we've got 2 minutes to go here. Can we get another opportunity? Here's Pedro Neto, wide right. Cuts inside. Gets it to James. Badiashile. Garnacho. Chance for him to run at his man. He gets it into Hato. The player's just too slow, man. Needs to be quicker. Here's Malagusto wide right. Once again. Back to Fofana. Hato had made a really good run there, but no one's seen him. Here's James. Ball into Delap. Here's Caicedo across to Hato! And it's a fantastic save from Jota. And they're going to clear it via Lucasen. It's going to come back at them via Moises Caicedo. One more chance maybe for Chelsea to get an attempt on goal here. Referee's looked at his watch and he's going to blow the whistle. Oh. It's one of those frustrating games. It's just going to be like this. We know it. Because we don't let them get. This is the issue, yeah, with playing possession-based football. Is when you don't have creative players, you don't make anything, and you don't allow the players on the opposition team to come out and open up space for you to play into. So we're just smothering them for no reason because we can't create anything. It's already being talked between the players as they come off the pitch here, but locked it for Liam Rosenior to correct in that second half, and I think that. Genuinely, I think he's probably going to take a couple of the players off at half time. I personally would. Yeah, I'm just going to take a little break here as we go into the second half. Let me remember to stop the timer because I almost forgot. Let's quickly change this before I forget. Yeah, absolutely. I think Esteval coming on is a nailed on thing. He needs to because he's the only winger we have that can actually create anything. But yeah, I am going to quickly go into the Be Right Back screen. So give me 1 second, guys. I've lost my mouse. There we go. Right, I'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back. Well, bam. I said I wasn't going to get scran, I lied. I got tempted, and I've got cereal and some pancakes, but apart from that. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that we just don't have that type of 8 anymore. Just need someone who can just twat the ball. We don't really have that. I think most of the goalkeeper has just been that we've been putting it too central, and honestly, but we've been scammed out of our lead by our referee giving an absolutely stupid decision against a push, very similar to what we saw in the Senegal game the other day in AFCON. And yeah, it's just been a bore. Honestly, it's just been boring. I say this all the time. Like this is the type of game that we need to just let them play the game. Because whenever we do this type of thing where we smother teams and stand on them too much and don't allow them any space, we just end up passing it around the back and not actually doing anything. All of our good play always comes from us passing it out from the back under pressure whilst they've got players in our half. So not having that is just it's just naive, and I think it goes to show that Liam Rosenior's really not picking the lineups here, because like this is the exact same thing we saw under Enzo Maresca. It hasn't changed. Supposedly, though, we do have some good news. Esteval will be coming on. If reports from Twitter are to be believed, it looks like he's been warming up. Because we got these reports after Enzo Maresca was sacked that he basically wasn't choosing the lineup ever. He was being told to specifically rest certain players and play certain players to get their fitness up and to get their market value up and stuff. And it's clear that that's the same thing that's happening here. Like, there's no way that we should be playing a Champions League game and having this much rotation and not having our best winger on the pitch. Like, it's just stupid. It's clear that we have to have Garnacho and Neto on the pitch or their stock will go down because they're just dreadful. It's part of the reason why they got Liam Rosenior in, because he's the type of coach that will just say yes to whatever the higher ups want. But good thing, yep, Esteval's on the pitch, so maybe we might actually be able to attack something now. That'd be good. Going through his set piece positions with Bernardo Cueva on the sideline. Also, Sanchez will be coming on. I did say at the end of the half that Jurgensen was having a bit of problems. Oh, it's James who's come off the pitch, by the way. So Enzo will be going deeper. I imagine that will be. Wait, so is Esteval going to be playing in the 10 now, or is it going to be Neto in the 10 as we kind of saw the other day? Yeah, Esteval's moving over to the right-hand side, it seems. So Neto playing in the 10. Oh, goodness. Timer. There you go. Immediately, Pafos are giving the ball away. They've regained it, though. Oh, man, my voice is giving out really bad today. It's Bruno Felipe. Trying to get past Garnacho and is unable to do so. And the referee's giving them a throw in despite us not touching the ball. It's going to be one of those times. I do feel a lot more secure at the back with Sanchez on the pitch, though. I will say that. Here's Sema. Back to Jota. Being pressed by Liam Delap, and he's giving it to Lucassen. Little cut back and gets away from the oncoming Delap. Here's Ken Sema again. Ball forward is cut out by Wesley Fofana, but there's a lucky break for Pafos here. And he's got back very well there. Wes Fofana, and Gusto's also done exceptionally well to get it away. And the ball's going to break for Esteval, who can't get the touch right. And Chelsea can build from the back now. Here's Harto. Here's Malagusto in the 10. Or in the 6, rather. Here's Esteval. First chance for him to take a run at someone. He's got past one player already. Sweeps the ball to the back post for Garnacho. Good touch on the chest by Alejandro Garnacho. And he's tackled by Bruno Felipe immediately. Lucassen will get it away for Orsic. And he's going to drive down the right-hand side now, Orsic. You know he's quick. He's been tracked all the way by Moise Caicedo and has had to give the ball back eventually. Pafos getting a lot more of the ball in this second half so far. Wes Fofana has made the interception. Pedro Neto's not switched on, has given the ball away. How many times am I going to say that in this game? Here comes Sema up against Malagusto. Gets past him. Can't get past Wes Fofana though, and it will be a Pafos corner for the first time in the half. Or in the game, rather. At this point, I'd rather have George on the pitch. Short corner from Pafos. And the ball in eventually is absolutely dreadful from Orsic. A carefree chant goes throughout the Chelsea crowd. Here's Moises Caicedo dribbling the ball away. Into Joel Hato. Here's Enzo, who's in a deeper role now. Switches it across to Wes Fofana. Pedro Neto. Interchanging with Esteval. Back to Neto. Pafos falling back into their shape now. Here's vidIQ. Caicedo to Harto. Cuts inside. Good work from Harto. vidIQ. Wide right for Esteval. Chance for him to run at his man. And he does get past one. He's had to pass it back to Neto. Or Gusto here, who's out wide right. vidIQ. Big calls of shoot from the crowd because we're getting bored, but he didn't take it. Here's Garnacho. Back to Hato. Garnacho again. Gets it to Enzo on the left-hand side. In behind for Garnacho. It's a very lazy pass from Enzo there, and Felipe will deal with that quite comfortably. And they're going to play their way out from the back here. Here's Dragomir. Gives it away to Hato, who's been really good so far. And he has just given it away, though, saying that. Curse the commentator. I will take that on the bingo card. We're not playing particularly well. Here's Esteval, though. Chance for him to get on the ball. Gets it to Neto. Gusto swings in the ball. It's deflected, and it will be picked up by the goalkeeper here. Oh, he didn't keep it in, actually, the goalkeeper. It's going to be a Chelsea corner. Anderson is favouring something here. Here's Pedro Neto to swing the ball in from the corner. No one attacked it in Chelsea blue. And Jar Jar's going to try and drive his team up the pitch. He's played a dreadful ball. I think he was actually trying to catch the... goalkeeper out in the end there, but it's just going to be picked up by Sanchez. Here's Enzo. Where's Fofana? Yes, my birthday was very nice. Thank you very much. I appreciate all the birthday wishes I got over 2 days, because I think people got a bit confused with my first post. It's a good shot from Esteval. Oh my god, Enzo with a great ball in. And there we go. Esteval comes on the pitch and he's done more in a space of 5 minutes than either of our other wingers have done in the space of 45. Brilliant run in behind, great pass, and it's a great volley on his weak foot as well. It's Pedro Neto to take the corner. Into the middle of the box for... Oh, vidIQ was underneath it. Pafos are trying to get it away here with Pepe. Malagusto has blocked it, but not enough. Here's Anderson, who's been tackled by Pedro Neto. Moises Caicedo, Chelsea growing into the game now. Wide left for Esteval, who's out here. Gets past one. Gets past two. And then he's dispossessed after the second. Not as natural for him on that left-hand side. Garnacho's won the ball back. Here's Caicedo. Jar Jar will kick the ball off for a throw. That's a foul throw by Garnacho. The referee hasn't seen it. vidIQ out wide right to Malagusto. He's got space to whip in a ball here, and he does whip in a ball, and no, God, the ball's broken to Garnacho, and oh my goodness. He's completely miskicked it. Delap had a really good opportunity to head that at the near post. He just didn't go for it. Ball cleared. vidIQ will knock it back to Sanchez. I will say, vidIQ and Wes have been pretty good so far. vidIQ more so than Wes, I would say. Youngson was playing. He had a bit of an injury. He had to come off. Wide right now for Esteval. Pedro Neto. Esteval. Pedro Neto. Fofana. Caicedo. We need to be getting Enzo on the ball a bit more so we can play those balls in behind. Here's Garnacho cutting inside. Here is Enzo. Sweeped to the right-hand side for Wes Fofana. Here's Pedro Neto on the right-hand side. He's going to go around the outside, tries to play the ball into the near post, and it'll be cut out there pretty comfortably. Will be another corner for Chelsea. Rain really, really heavy now, by the way. Neto's ball in is a good one, but no one attacked it again. Appeal of a handball there, but I don't think the referee will give anything. Will be checked by VAR as ever. Swung the ball in for... Oh. vidIQ's just gotten in the way of the ball by accident. Here's Mislav Orsic. He gives the ball away to Pedro Neto. Gets it to Esteval. 1-2 with Pedro Neto, but Neto's been smacked in the face by Ken Sema, I believe that is, on the left-hand side. I don't think this is... I think he's play acting a bit here. He has got a yellow card for it, but I think Neto's being a bit of a pussy here, if I'm being honest. Let's see. There's barely anything in that. I'm being honest. That is really soft. That's a... I mean, it's a double handball from the player. It's Dragovic, I think. VAR haven't even looked at that, apparently. Dragomir, that is. So we've had one goal chalked off for absolutely nothing, and we've had a clear penalty denied. These fucking refs, man. He uses both his hands. Oh, what the fuck is that for a decision? It will be a free kick, though, taken by Pedro Neto. In swinging from the right-hand side. It's a good one! Oh, and it's broken to the back post. And Esteval couldn't get on the end of it. It will be another corner, and I think Esteval will take this one. Oh, the keeper almost made such a horrible error there coming out for that. But it will be Enzo to take this corner. Now that James is off the pitch, he's our designated right-footed corner taker. Ball, signal goes up, signal goes down. Players have all run into the box. It's going to go into the back post this time. And, the goalkeeper's done well. And it's going to fall for Malagusto. As soon as I saw it was Gusto, I didn't even bother thinking. Here comes Jar Jar trying to run down the left-hand side. And Garnacho, to his credit, has tracked him beautifully. Great Garnacho. Malagusto needs to get the ball away here. Does get it to Caicedo, who passes it down the right-hand side. Here's Esteval. He's got Pedro Neto with him. Wesley Fofana out wide right for Neto. He's going to swing the ball into the back post where Garnacho is. And it's not a good enough connection on it and the keeper can claim it. We're turning the screw a bit quicker than we were in the first half, I will say. Oh my god. That is... that volley from Esteval deserved a goal, man. That was beautiful. Dragomir will get the ball away. Smashed long by the goalkeeper. It's going to fall for Malagusto. Here's Fofana on the ball. vidIQ. Into Moi Caicedo. Enzo. Harto. Garnacho. Harto's made the overlap. He opts to go back to Enzo. Here's Wes Fofana on the other side. Pedro Neto, who's in the midfield. Malagusto. Enzo. Here's Esteval, wide right. Going to cut inside. Whip the ball to the front post. Ball has broken to Moises Caicedo. He plays it into Enzo on the edge of the box. Garnacho wide left. Cuts inside, gets it to Neto. Back out to Enzo. Caicedo. Neto. We're playing the ball quickly here. We've got to make something of it. Here's Enzo drifting into the edge of the box. Back to Caicedo. Fofana. Chelsea fans starting to get a bit frustrated here. vidIQ to Malagusto, who's going to try and drive forward. Here's Esteval. Pedro Neto. Gets inside, takes away from one, takes a strike, and it's a great save from the goalkeeper again. He didn't see that until late rather. And the ball has been cleared by Ken Sema. That's better from Neto. Here's vidIQ to Caicedo. Garnacho. Enzo around the corner for Harto. Into Neto, tries to play it back into the box and does get it to Garnacho, who's being tracked all the way. He's been fouled there by Bruno Felipe, and he's lucky that's not in the box. It almost was. It's a very, very silly foul to give away. Oh, it's a deflection off of Pilias, I believe that is, from Neto's shot, and the goalkeeper sees that really late. The goalie's been phenomenal for them. It's Enzo and Neto standing over the ball on the left-hand side. Just gone past 60 minutes. I mean, it's near enough to Turkey. It's in Cyprus. Ball whipped in by Enzo, drilled low, and it's going to be deflected away by Felipe for a corner on the opposite side. Keeper looks like Martinez. He looks a bit like a mixture of Martinez and Bart Verbruggen. Short corner taken by Chelsea. Here's Neto. Plays it to the edge of the box for Enzo. His ball was blocked. He gets it over the top, though, for Garnacho. Into the box on the right side. He's trying to put it across, and it's blocked. And Pafos have got to deal with this, and they have eventually. And it will come straight back at them, though. Hato with a good header to play it back forward. Here's Neto. Plays it into the edge of the box for Garnacho. His touch is fucking dreadful. Jesus. Here's Dragomir. Lucassen. Back to Dragomir. Felipe gives it away to Garnacho. Here's Caicedo. Little flick from Badiashile. It's beautiful for Esteval, who gets it across. And oh my god, it's great defending. But what a flick from Benoit Badiashile. Woo! The big man looking like a little bit of Brazilian flair from the big Frenchman. Woo! Brilliant pass. Oh my goodness. We should play Badiashile in midfield. He'd probably be a better midfielder than a defender. Ball in from the corner is cleared away by the big man Anderson at the front post. It will be another corner. I'm really confused as to why Esteval's not on our corners anymore. Because he used to take our corners and he just suddenly got taken off them for Neto. But he's way better of a deliverer of the ball than Neto is. So I'm really not sure why. Here is Neto into the box. Should be punched away by Jota this time. And the referee has stopped the game for something. I think it's Pilias randomly complaining about something. I mean, he has been dragged to the floor by Wes, but it's a little bit of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, let's be honest. Chelsea on the attack again. Here's Pedro Neto. Ball forward. Oh, it was aimed for Esteval by Fofana, but Gusto cut the ball out. Now Neto's giving it away. Will be cleared, but only as far as Badiashile. Hato to Enzo. Here's Hato again. Wide left to Garnacho, who's going to burst inside. Been thrown around by Bruno Felipe. Ball's going to break for Malo Gusto. Heads it forward for Esteval in the box. Can he make something magic happen? Goes to the byline. And the ball has run out for a goal kick. I think there's going to be some kind of substitutions here for Pafos. It's Anderson, the big man up top, who's going to be replaced. It's Dominguez Quina who's coming on, I believe. Gonna say ex-Watford player. Not the only ex-Watford player in their lineup, because Ben Sema is also ex-Watford, I believe. North versus Southwest. And Di Mata is also coming on. I'm not sure who he came on for. I didn't actually see who he came off for. It's going to be a long ball from the goalkeeper. It's Lucassen. I think it was Jar Jar that came off, actually, which is surprising, because he was one of their better players. Yeah, David Luiz is on the bench, but he has been having injury problems. I'm not sure if he will play, if I'm being honest. Long ball forward here. It's going to be cut out by Wes Fofana. He passes it back for Sanchez. It's an awful, awful pass, but he's been bailed out by Harto. Great work. I tell you, Harto and Benoit Badiashile have been phenomenal today, but Wes needs to fix up, man. He's been a bit nervy today. Long ball on the left foot from Sanchez up to Delap. It's going to be cut out by Lucassen. It's Orsic, tackled by Wes Fofana, who's just trying to prove me wrong. Plays the ball into Garnacho! And it's a brilliant, brilliant intervention by Lucassen. Oh my god. This guy's crazy, by the way. He's been so good. We're looking for a centre-back. Maybe sign him up in January. He's been phenomenal. What a recovery tackle. Oh my god. He's about 5 yards away from Garnacho before he takes that shot and he somehow makes up the ground. That's crazy. Here's Badiashile. It's good work from Fofana to burst through the middle there. Crowd is fully behind the team now. Oh, Gusto's trying to play the ball in. It's broken for Fernandez, who thought about taking a shot and didn't. Here's Garnacho. Harto. Garnacho should be coming off shortly, apparently. I think Gittins is going to probably come on. Here's Caicedo, lines up a strike, and it's a brilliant strike, but it's saved again. And here's Esteval in the box. He gets past one, gets past another. Here's Gusto. Gets the ball to the back post for Garnacho, and someone was smacked in the face there on I think it's Enzo's down in the box. Possible penalty here, depending on what's happened to him. I didn't really see. I wasn't paying attention to him. Let's see what happens. It's nothing in that. Absolutely nothing in that. It's a brilliant save. It's a stellar effort from Caicedo. Now, credit to Pafos. They've been very, very good so far. It will be Jamie Gittins who is coming on, so I assume he's the substitution that's coming on for Garnacho, but also João Pedro is on the sideline, so I assume Liam Delap will be coming off. Let's be honest. Liam Delap has been an absolute fucking passenger today. He has been barely involved. Those changes have not been made yet, though. Long ball, one in the air by Garnacho. Oh. Caicedo can't get it forward. And Pafos will build from the back again. About 20 minutes to play. Lucassen being challenged by Liam Delap here. Good work from Liam Delap, actually. But he is coming off regardless. Big claps for Liam Delap as he comes off, which is something I was surprised about. I think he was pretty useless. There's Garnacho, who's also coming off for Jamie Gittins. We've now got what I believe is our best winger pairing. Kukurea is also coming on. Harto's come off. Oh, I thought Harto was doing really, really well. Surprised he's come off. That's the Pafos fans. It genuinely might have been, actually. Like, I'm not even kidding. I think it was literally just because he just made that good intervention to stop Lucassen from going forward. Here's vidIQ. Swept out to Enzo Fernandez on the left-hand side. Little flick to Cucurella. Here's Jamie Gittins. Oh, he's made a great run there, Gittins, but wasn't found. Here's Malagusto in the middle. Gets it through the lines for Neto. Estevao on the right-hand side. He's going to cut inside. Play it across for Cucurella. He gets it wide left to Jamie Gittins, who's into the box here. Gets it back to Cucurella. Here's Moises Caicedo. vidIQ gets past one. And he's going to run into the box here. He needs a ball in. Pedro Neto. Swept the ball into the box, but it was headed away. Here's Estevao near the corner flag. Up against Ken Semmer. He tries a little elastico. It doesn't work out. He's been smacked in the face there by Ken Semmer, and the referee said nothing. It's a head injury, and he's got to stop the game, and he's just not going to. Okay, cheers. Nice, great. Well, if we don't win this, we probably don't make automatic top 8, I believe. It depends on other results, but we really need to win this and our next game against Napoli to really have a chance. Here's Cucurella surging up the pitch. Jamie Gittins gets it to Cucurella on the left-hand side. Back to Enzo. Here's Caicedo. Caicedo's going to switch the ball here, maybe. Nope. Gusto. Now the ball goes out wide right to Estevao. Chance for him to run at his man. He's been tripled up on now, Estevao. Gusto, little flick around the corner for Pedro Neto, but Pilias will read that and gets the ball away. Bit of wrestling going on between Wes Fofana and the new man who's just come on. There's a bit of a look at this little judo hip toss actually. Quite. Don't know why the referee's giving that our way. Honestly, that's Wes Fofana fouling him. Let's be real. Here's Caicedo. Newcastle scored a third. Ooh, Harvey Barnes. It's Harvey Barnes that scored. Ooh, bad tackle from Jamie Gittins. He's going to get in the book for that, yep. His first tackle of the game, but... yeah, it's a little bit of a bad one on Keena. Oh, I think that's really harsh that he's been booked for that, to be fair. It's his first tackle. It's not even that bad of a challenge. Oh, Bilbao are actually beating Atalanta, and because the Newcastle are also winning, we actually have an opportunity here if we can win this. We need to get a goal if we want to get that top 8. Here's vidIQ to Cucurella. Caicedo. Back to vidIQ. Here's Fofana on the wide right position. Out to Estevao. Sweeps it across to Caicedo. Into Enzo Fernandez on the edge of the box. He's going to drive into the box. He's been tackled by Quinner. And smashes it against Jamie Gittins for a throw too. That's a foul throw, but referee hasn't given it. Ball's going to break to Malagusto, who goes back to Sanchez. been no involvement for João Pedro so far since coming on the pitch. He usually gets quite involved with him dropping deep. He hasn't really been doing that so far. Here's Caicedo. Back to Caicedo. Chance for him to play it into Estival here, and he does. On the edge of the box, Estival. He's tackled. He's crowded out by about 4 players there. And then Bruno Felipe's had to smash it clear. Badiashile very calm to win it in the air. And plays it into Estival, into Enzo rather. He's been tackled. Ball's trying to get played away, but it's great one-touch football from Chelsea, getting Estival into the box. He cuts it across. He's thrown off the pitch there into the advertising boards by Bruno Felipe. It's really good one-touch football from Chelsea, but it's just not enough. We need to be getting that finishing touch, really. Long ball has fallen at the feet of Moises Caicedo. Into Pedro Neto. He's got Malagusto outside of him, who takes it. He's going to sweep the ball into the front post. It's deflected to the back post, but it's going to go out for a corner. Or for Ken Sema. Pedro Neto to take. I feel like it's got to be a Badiashile header here, man. Ball goes in. For Wes Fofana with the touch. It falls for Moises Caicedo! And that's why he's on the pitch. Thank fuck. Thank fuck. And it's a good header by... It's a set-piece goal. Is there anything else we can take here? No. Nothing else we can really take. It's a great flick on from Wesley Fofana at the front post. And you know what? The movement from Caicedo to be the first player to get there is incredible because he's nowhere near the ball. He flies in there like a prime Frank Lampard. He gets past Ken Sema as well. He just beats him to the ball. It's the first time someone's really beaten Ken Sema to the ball. It's great header. Oh. Never mind. Wes Fofana didn't even get a touch on it. They were trying to rule that out via VAR, but they've said, fuck it. We've got a goal, thank God. Jamie Gittins has won a free kick. And Shunjic in the middle has also got a yellow card. He's going to miss his next match. Is that over 3 yellows now? I think it might just be 3 yellows. I think there's one more. Here's Caicedo. Cucurella into Enzo. Spins on a dime, but he's tackled by Kinner. And then the referee gives a foul. Here's Bruno to the back post. Cleared by Wes Fofana. It's going to fall for Ken Sema on the left-hand side, who sweeps the ball into the front post, and it's a brilliant intervention from Badiashile to stop that from being a goal. Will be a corner. That's exactly what I said. I said that's the reason why we score so many from set pieces is we can't create anything in open play. Ball into the front post is a terrible one. It'll be cleared away, but Dragusin! And Sanchez will save that pretty comfortably. I keep calling him Dragusin. He's Dragomir, sorry. I keep getting his name mixed up with another player. Liverpool are battering Marseille, thank God. Really, with an own goal. Let's hope someone has crocked that fucking Jamaican wanker. Here's Malagusto. Body shield out wide left to Mark Cucurella. Bro, I'm getting delirious. I'm so ill. It's Fofana. Oh, great run from Neto on the right side, but he wasn't spotted. Here's Cucurella to Enzo. Across to Badia Shield. Fofana. Wide right for Pedro Neto. Space out wide for him. There's it's a great pass on for Gusto. He didn't see it. Here's Badia Shield. Enzo. Caicedo, the goal scorer. Here's Gusto in the middle. Round the corner for Enzo. Round the corner again for Cucurella. Here's Jamie Gittins. Cuts inside. Gets past one. He's being dragged all over the place by Bruno Felipe. But, brilliant from Jamie Gittins. Gets the ball across and no one's there. Brilliant run. It's going to be a double change for the visitors with Orsic coming off. So no FIFA goal for him. Ken Semmer is also coming on, who's been very, very good. It's Langer and Basu Amino who's coming on. Cucurella will take the throw. Jamie Gittins to Cucurella. Here's Enzo. Swept back to Badia Shield. Out wide right to Pedro Neto now. Gonna burst past his way past two players. And gets it to Estevao in the box. Little spin. Oh, he couldn't take the touch right and he's been tackled at the vital moment. Ball was a little bit behind him from Pedro Neto. Cucurella will play it back to Sanchez. Here's Badia Shield. He's looking for a ball down the line here, and he has swept it forward. Searching for Jamie Gittins, who gets on the end of it. Great work from him, and he's sat his player down on the floor too. Plays the ball to the back post for Estevao, and he just couldn't get high enough to get it, but he's had a bit of a bad landing there as well, Estevao. That's actually a little bit of a nasty one from the defender there. He's done one of those Harry Kane little bumps into him as he's gone up for the ball. That should be a pen, but they're not going to give it, but it should be. Just giving a yellow for Enzo for some reason, which gives me over 3 yellows. Ball down the line for Basu Amina is cut out by Fofana. Will be a Chelsea throw, deep in our half. Enzo Fernandez smashes it away, but I think it's hit the goalkeeper. The referee rather, and it will be a drop ball. Second time in the game. I'm going to give a free space for that, having 2 drop balls from hitting the referee. Caicedo out wide left to Cucurella. Here's vidIQ. Back to Sanchez. Also, if it weren't for Moy scoring the goal, I would definitely give Benoit man of the match here. Good ball forward from Cucurella to Joao Pedro. Tried to flick it around the corner for Enzo, but he wasn't fast enough to get on the end of it. Cleared by the goalkeeper. It will be battled away for in the midfield, and Enzo's won it in the middle, but broken away for Dragomir, who wins a throw-in for his team. Considering how young some of our players are, I'm not sure that's too far-fetched to say. We've been in for a young fullback, a 17-year-old fullback. I forgot what his name is, but we've been linked to him today. That's probably going to be something that goes in. Good ball in from the left-hand side, but Sanchez has punched it away. Cool. If that was Jurgensen, we probably concede there. Ball whipped in again, and very, very deep this time, and it will go out for a goal kick. And Sanchez has kind of hurt himself in that challenge, to be fair, but good work from him. Oh, great work from Sanchez there. It's an inviting ball. And George Michael is coming on. We're talking about Madonna. We've got a different. We've got George Michael going onto the pitch. It's Georgios Michael, who's. That's very funny. One of their Cypriot players, I imagine. Yeah, no, I think that's fucking stupid. If I'm being honest, we should just, you know, we should just buy him outright and just have him in January. But it's one of those things where like teams don't want to give their players away in the middle of the wind or like the middle of seasons. Like they're never gonna sell them to us if we don't loan them back immediately. But like we've got Sarr coming back next year as well. I think it's a wrap for this year. I wonder if what we might do is sign him for next year and also sign Senesi in this window, because obviously he's the one we're also linked to from Bournemouth. Ball off of Kinner will be a Chelsea throw. Joao Pedro to Cucurella. Back to vidIQ. Sweeps it across for Sanchez. Here's Fofana. Oh, given away by Wes Fofana. Under pressure, and it's not over yet. 4 minutes of additional time for them to try and get a goal here. Yeah, let's just say when it comes to City, that 20 million is not Correct. That's what they put out as like that's the figure that they paid for him. But let's be honest, with all the bonuses and sign-on fees and again massive wages, it's a lot more than that. It's the same reason why how they supposedly got Erling Haaland for about 50 million. That was nowhere near 50 million. They got him for that. Good little flurry of attack at the end here from Pafos, but Sanchez is able to save that later shot. There's Fofana to Sanchez. vidIQ to Cucurella. Down the line. Searching out Joao Pedro. Good touch on the chest. Holds it up on the left-hand side. He's been shrouded out by two players now. He's got a battle away and he wins a corner. Great work from Joao Pedro. Yeah, I mean, it's a very stinky, very fishy situation that goes on over there. Chelsea now taking their time over every corner. It'll be Enzo who's going to take this latest one on the left-hand side. Signal goes up. Signal goes down. Ball's going to be swept into the box. And no, we didn't bring any of our centre-backs up to attack that, so it's just been cleared. Scooped up and away by vidIQ into Caicedo, his Estival. Now Neto swept across for vidIQ. vidIQ drives it into Jamie Gittins, who gets past one. Enzo back to Cucurella. Here's vidIQ once more. Through the lines to Caicedo. Here's Malagusto in the pivot. Out wide to Pedro Neto. Gets past one and gives it to Estival, who's going to cut inside here. And is forced back. Here's Moy. To Cucurella. Enzo, Chelsea just ticking over here, really. We don't need to push and risk anything, so it doesn't look like we want to. Pafos need to come out and try and attack us here, and they are going to as we play the ball to Sanchez. Here's Fofana. To Caicedo. Through the lines for Enzo. Good work. Oh, brilliant. Trivela pass into Joao Pedro in behind, but he's going to be forced wide. He does get past one, and he's fouled there by Bruno Felipe. The referee says absolutely nothing. Of course he does. This guy's a lost cause, bruv. He didn't even know the drop ball rules earlier. Oh, long ball is searching for the number 9, but Gusto will cut out. Will be a throw. They've got 15 seconds to get something from this game. Plus whatever the referee decides to add on, because he's a loser. Here's Pepe. And the referee doesn't add any time on, actually. He just blows the whistle straight at 4 minutes, and that's it. That's over. That is 3 points for Chelsea. Is there anything else we can tick off here? Clean sheet? No geezer, mate. We didn't get any geezers. We can take this. We don't get a Santos app either. I mean, I don't know what to say about that game. I feel like I was robbed of 90 minutes of my time. But we have won the game. We have got 3 points. Let's look at the UCL table. The live standing now has us in the top 8. Barca are behind us. Well, there's so many players, so many teams that are on 13 points at the moment. It's very, 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 very lucky that we're in there. So at the moment, top 8 is Arsenal, Bayern, Madrid, Liverpool, Tottenham. How the fuck they're in there, I have no idea. PSG, Newcastle, and Chelsea with the Barca, Sporting, and City outside. Our next game is obviously against Napoli, who are 25th, and they're not going to make the playoffs if we beat them. So big game up against Napoli. I'll actually find out when that is. The Napoli game is on Wednesday the 28th, but before that we obviously have a trip to Selhurst Park because we've got to face Palace on Sunday. And that's luckily a 2 p.m. game, so I should be streaming for that. So I'll probably be live, 10 to 2 in the afternoon on Sunday, and we'll be back then. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out as ever. Thanks for the company, because this game has been boring as fuck. Also, I forgot the timer. I forgot to stop the timer, so we can take that. If only Andre got on the pitch. Jesus. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out as ever. I'll be just seeing you guys on Sunday. I hope you guys have the good